What if a smartphone could offer everything professional level photography, ultra-fast charging, satellite messaging, and a design that actually turns heads? That's exactly what Huawei is aiming for with its newest flagship, the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. It's part of the freshly launched Huawei Pura 80 series, which includes the Huawei Pura 80, Huawei Pura 80 Pro, Huawei Pura 80 Pro Plus, and the Ultra model. But make no mistake, the Ultra stands out as Huawei's most advanced phone yet. Let's kick things off with the cameras, because this phone is absolutely loaded. It features a total of 5 rear cameras, a 50 megapixels main sensor with optical image stabilization, and a variable aperture that shifts between f1.6 and f4.0 depending on the scene. Another 50 megapixels telephoto camera with sensor shift for better stability, a 12.5 megapixels ultra telephoto lens for long zoom, a 40 megapixels ultra-wide lens for large group shots or landscapes, and even a 1.5 megapixels multispectral lens that helps boost color and detail. Huawei also added something called triple real-time fusion, which basically means the phone combines images from different lenses as you are taking them. The result: sharper, more balanced photos with deeper colors even in tricky lighting. It supports 3.7 times and 9.4 times optical zoom and up to 100 times digital zoom, so you can get close to subjects without physically moving an inch. Now let's talk about the screen. The Huawei Pura 80 Ultra has a 6.8-inch organic light-emitting diode display with curved edges on all 4 sides. It runs at up to 120 Hz and adjusts automatically to save power. The screen also hits up to 3000 nits of brightness, which means you can see it clearly even in direct sunlight. It's protected by Huawei's Kunlun Glass version 2, which is said to be 25 times more drop-resistant and 16 times tougher against scratches compared to older versions. With full high-definition plus resolution and support for high dynamic range vivid, this screen is not only tough but beautiful to look at. On the power side, you get a large 5,700 mAh battery, giving you enough power to last all day and beyond. Charging is super fast to 100-watt wired charging, 80-watt wireless charging, and reverse charging features for powering up other devices. Whether you're in a hurry or helping a friend charge their wireless earbuds, this phone has you covered. One feature that really stands out is support for satellite communication using the Qiantong satellite network. You can send messages, share pictures, and make phone calls even if your regular mobile network is down. It stays connected once it locks on, so you don't need to keep adjusting the phone to get a signal. This could be a big deal if you hike, camp, or travel in remote areas. As for design, Huawei didn't hold back. The Huawei Pura 80 Ultra comes in black and gold, and it looks just as premium as it performs. It features a futuristic triangle-shaped camera island with large lens cutouts, and a subtle line pattern across the back for a stylish touch. The phone measures 163 millimeters in height, 76.1 millimeters in width, and is 8.3 millimeters thick. It weighs about 233 grams, not too heavy for a device that packs this much power. In short, the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra is more than just a smartphone. It's built to be your professional camera, portable power bank, and emergency communication tool, all in one. With thoughtful features and a bold design, it looks like Huawei is back in the high-end game in a serious way. If this breakdown helped you learn something new, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated with more simple and clear tech updates.
What if your next foldable phone didn't feel like a foldable at all? That's what Samsung seems to be aiming for with the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7. We're now just weeks away from Samsung's big foldable event in July, and instead of keeping everything under wraps, Samsung is already giving us a sneak peek, not with specs but with a bold claim. In their latest teaser, Samsung says the Z Fold 7 will be the thinnest, lightest, and most advanced foldable they've ever made. That's a big statement, but does it really mean anything? Let's talk about what we know and why this fold. might actually feel different from anything Samsung has released before. So far, foldables have always had a few trade-offs. Big screens, but bulky bodies. Strong hinges, but added weight. The Galaxy Z Fold series has improved over the years, no doubt, but they still feel thicker than most people are used to. This new teaser suggests Samsung is finally changing that. Now, Samsung didn't reveal exact measurements in the video, but recent leaks have filled in some of the blanks. If the numbers are correct, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 might measure just 4.54 millimeters when unfolded and around 9 millimeters when folded. For reference, that's only a tiny bit thicker than the Find N5, currently the world's slimmest foldable. That alone is huge progress. Samsung's last model was slightly bulkier, and this shift shows they're really listening to feedback. In terms of overall size, the phone might come in at about 158.43 millimeters in height and 143.14 millimeters in width when opened. It's still large. After all, this is a foldable tablet phone hybrid, but the thinner frame could make it much more comfortable in the hand or pocket. Moving on to the display, expect to see the same 8.2-inch internal screen we saw in the Z Fold 6 Special Edition. This gives you plenty of space for streaming, reading, multitasking, and gaming. Under the hood, Samsung will likely power the Fold 7 with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset. That means faster app launches, smoother gameplay, and better performance overall. No surprise there, Samsung always packs the latest chips into its flagship foldables. Now, what about battery life? The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is rumored to carry a 4,000 mAh battery. That might not sound massive, but keep in mind the goal here is to cut down size and weight. And as long as the software is optimized well, that battery should still last you through a full day of regular use. Some users were also confused by Samsung's earlier teaser, which seemed to hint at a possible Ultra version of the Z Fold. But with this new video, it looks like Samsung is setting expectations straight. Right now, the focus is fully on the main Galaxy Z Fold 7 model, and honestly, this might be the first time the design is the real selling point. Lighter, thinner, easier to carry around. That's what Samsung wants you to notice, not just what the phone can do, but how it feels to use every single day. So, are we finally getting a foldable that doesn't feel like a brick? It sure looks that way, and if Samsung really pulled it off, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 could be a game changer, not because it's different, but because it's finally normal. Would you switch to a foldable if it felt just as light as your current phone? Tell us what you think in the comments. And if you want more honest updates like this, hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll be back soon with all the official details when Samsung makes the Fold 7 public next month. Thanks for watching.
Is it possible for Samsung to beat Apple before the iPhone 17 Air even shows up? That's what people are wondering after a new leak revealed something big about Samsung's upcoming Galaxy S25 Edge, its camera system. If what's being said turns out to be accurate, this phone might set a new standard for slim devices without losing power or camera quality. And with the iPhone 17 Air also aiming for a super slim look, Samsung might just have the edge here. Literally. The Galaxy S25 Edge